Good morning, it's January 2nd. This is my second vlog. I'm already having doubts about this thing, but whatever. Whenever I say I'm going to do something, I try to make a point, follow through, and do it. Hopefully it's not a bad idea most of the time. So anyway, yesterday I was talking about my first diagnosis and what happened. And I realized that I think it's probably better if I kind of give you guys a snapshot of the shit that I've been through with my illness. So today I'm just gonna go ahead and read something that I posted on my Facebook and Instagram in the past, and I kind of felt obligated to, and the reason why is because I don't know if you guys read the description for my channel, but you should know by now I have bipolar type 1. It's a really serious mental illness, and I have a pretty severe case of it. It's different in everyone. So yeah, so I've been living with that, and I'm just gonna read this to you guys. Hopefully I don't get choked up or anything, because it's been a long time since I read it. Sorry, I got lost in my train of thought. But the reason why I felt obligated to do this was because I used to work in a really big industry with a lot of people, and they would talk amongst themselves about everyone else. And I kind of had a manic episode on the job in front of all my coworkers, in front of my friends and everything. And so I posted this thing on Facebook because I have probably 400 friends that were former coworkers who just don't know what happened to me, or they just heard secondhand information. So I felt obligated to post this, and also because I wanted people to have kind of an understanding of this illness. I feel like it's my job to be a voice for people suffering with this, because there's very little information, and I've suffered so much over my life because I haven't been treated for it. My life could be totally different if I had gotten help a lot sooner, but that's okay. We're all where we're at. So I'm gonna read this. So anyways, I posted it a couple years ago in 2018. I had my last episode in 2016. But it says, "Dear friends, my life has been a series of crashing and burning, getting up, crashing and burning, and getting up again. Diagnosed with bipolar type 1 in my late 30s, I have had 4 severe manic episodes, each one worse than the previous. I have been hospitalized repeatedly, homeless, jailed, beaten up, taken advantage of, abused, fired, and almost died after suffering multiple injuries after being run over on foot by a car, all while lost in the fog of a horrible manic episode. For me, a manic episode is racing thoughts, paranoia, insomnia, delusions, feeling high, confused, blackouts, anger, hostility towards everyone, hallucinations, memory loss, fear, and overall complete lack of control of my thoughts and actions resulting from those thoughts. I am not me, and nothing makes sense. An episode can last several months. The last one I had lasted a year. For some people, it can last minutes. They have something called rapid cycling, but that's not me. But back to the point. So an episode can last a year. Then there is the recovery, every day reliving the horrible memories that I haven't blacked out, fighting off suicidal thoughts, and working through mending relationships. Less than 3% of the population in the US are affected, so that means less than 3% know what it's like to live with this disease. I lost my place. Damn it. See, this is where editing would work, but I don't have time for that. So it's a disease that affects not only the person going through it, but everyone else around them. And much like alcoholism or drug addiction, friends and family feel completely helpless and scared for your safety. I know some of you might know someone like me, and maybe you choose to distance yourself. Maybe you think they're weird, irresponsible, I've hurt you too much, they lost your trust, or whatever your reasons are. Know if they have hurt you, it's not with intent. My hope is that you don't blame them or judge them or get angry because all they have to do is take their medication. A symptom of any mental illness, particularly bipolar, probably schizophrenic too, I'm not sure, I'm not a doctor, but the main symptom is you don't know you're sick. So when people tell you you're sick, you don't believe them because you don't feel sick, you don't know you're sick, you're just out of your mind. So it's extremely hard for people to get you help. So anyways, basically this thing that I wrote was to kind of tell people what happened to me, but also to ask them if they know someone like this, don't hate them or give up on them or get angry at them, because people can get better and they just need help. So anyway, I wrote, I'm blessed and forever indebted to those who never stop trying to help me. I love you even if you haven't heard from me in a while. This is a disease I have to think about every day when I take my medication. And I cope with the fear of having another episode because while the medication prevents it, it's still possible. I was actually told by my psychiatrist that there's a 1 in 10 chance that I could have another episode, which is scary as shit because the last 2 episodes I had, it's a miracle that I actually ended up alive after them. And I'll tell you guys later about the time I was run over by a car. Anyways, that's pretty much what it was. I went through a lot of shit. I was abandoned by just about everyone, except for my husband, who saved my life by never giving up on me. But yeah, that's really all I'm going to say for today. Tomorrow, I'll tell you guys more about my first diagnosis and what happened with that and after. And please consider subscribing if you want to hear this long drawn out story of all my drama. Or if you just need help or tips on or want to understand the disease. Or if you like my music, that would be the best. Anyways, thank you. Have a great day and see you tomorrow.